Welcome to the AI Brief from the YPO Technology Network. I'm Stephen Forte. If you caught yesterday's episode, you heard nearly 6,000 executives tell 4 central banks that AI has done almost nothing measurable to their own companies. And you heard me end on a claim I owe you a proof for. Adoption is a purchase. Productivity is a redesign. Today is the proof. One company in one of the worst markets in the economy, and the order in which they did things, here is what you are getting. The result, which is hard to argue with. The sequence that produced it, which is the part worth stealing. What happened to the people whose work got automated? And a second example involving a garbage truck. One note on timing first. The evidence here is from the middle and the end of July, so it is 3 to 4 weeks old. I would rather hand you a dated fact than a fresh impression. C.H. Robinson arranges the movement of other companies' freight without owning any trucks. A 100-year-old business headquartered in Minnesota. Its product is phone calls, email, and paperwork, and its largest cost is people doing routine coordination. Hold that description because it is also the description of a distributor, an insurance brokerage, a claims operation, and most professional services firms. In the second quarter, Robinson reported revenue of $4.93 billion US dollars, up 19.3%. Adjusted earnings per share of $1.61, up 24.8%. Adjusted operating income up 19.5%. And average headcount down 10.8% while volume went up. Now, the context that makes those numbers strange, the freight market is in its 15th consecutive quarter of decline. 15 quarters is nearly 4 years of a shrinking market. And inside it, this company hit the operating margins it targets for the middle of a healthy cycle. 40.9% in its North American business. 33.4% in international forwarding against a target of 30. You might fairly say that this is a logistics technology story, and you run a building products company. It is not, and here is why. Their chief executive, Dave Bozeman, told Fortune in mid-July that employee productivity is up 45% since 2022. 2 weeks later, the company's own quarterly slides put the cumulative gain north of 60%. I am going to leave that gap sitting there rather than pick the flattering number. Either way, it is a large, multi-year gain. It is the company's own figure, and it is not audited. Here is how they got it. The order is everything. Bozeman put lean in first. Lean is the management discipline that came out of Toyota. Continuous improvement, what a Japanese manufacturer would call Kaizen. You map how the work actually flows step by step, and you find the waste. His teams mapped their workflows and sorted every task into 2 buckets. Work that added no value, which got deleted, and work that was highly routinized and repeatable, which got automated. Only then did the agents arrive, pointed at the second bucket. Sit with that sequence, because most companies are running it backwards. Buy the tool, convene the committee, go looking for a use case. Robinson found the use case on a whiteboard. Here is what came out of one workflow. A customer asked for a price on a shipment. That used to take a person about 20 minutes. It now takes 31 seconds, around the clock, 365 days a year across hundreds of agents. And then the number that should stop you. Fortune reports the company generates hundreds of millions of dollars of benefit against a token cost of under $2 million because they built in-house instead of buying somebody's platform. Treat those halves differently. The 2 million is precise. The hundreds of millions is the company's own characterization, unaudited. Discount it as hard as you like. The ratio survives, and it says the model was the cheap part. It was always going to be the cheap part. Now, the question this audience actually asks, and the one most case studies go quiet on, what happened to the people who used to spend 20 minutes on a quote? They were not dismissed. They were moved onto higher value work. And the example is a good one, helping customers navigate shifting tariff regimes, which is a problem no agent is solving this year. So where did the headcount go? They stopped replacing people who left. Robinson's normal turnover runs 11 to 14% a year. Stop backfilling that for 12 months and you get a double-digit headcount decline without anyone being let go. Both things are true at once. Headcount down almost 11% and no layoffs. The reconciliation is arithmetic, not spin. Give them credit for that, and I mean it. The faster route was redundancies announced as an AI efficiency program and applauded for exactly 1 quarter. Attrition is slower and it costs more in the short run. They did it anyway. Second example, and it is deliberately unglamorous. Waste Management collects rubbish. On their second quarter call, President John Morris said their smart truck platform, in his words, now generates more than $300 million of annual run rate operating EBITDA. $300 million for deciding what order a truck picks up bins in. Their chief executive added a second figure on the same call. Recycling automation is driving a sustained 30% improvement in labor cost per ton against their older facilities. Same shape as Robinson, a physical operation, a queue, a clock, and people doing routine coordination. There is one thing I have to address because we argued the opposite 4 weeks ago. Bozeman says this is a deep, wide moat, and that to replicate it, you would have to partner with 15 to 20 different companies. In July, I told you AI is table stakes, not a moat. I still think that is right. I also think he is right, and the two fit together. The model is table stakes. Anyone can rent the one he uses. The mapped process is not. What he has a moat around is 4 years of knowing exactly which 20 minutes were worth attacking, and you cannot buy that or buy it faster by spending more. Here is my read. 2 companies, 2 industries, 1 pattern. Both had a process discipline before they had a model. Both pointed the model at a step with a stopwatch on it. Neither bought a platform and went hunting for a problem. So the hard part is not the technology and it is not the budget. It is knowing which 20 minutes to attack. That is a lean exercise. It is a century old and it needs no model at all to begin. It is also deeply unglamorous work. You follow one order or one claim or one quote from the moment it arrives to the moment it is finished. You write down every step, every handoff, and every queue it sits in while nobody is touching it. Most companies doing this for the first time find that the work itself takes about 4 hours, spread across 9 days. The 9 days is the target, not the 4 hours, which is quietly good news for some of you. If you have ever run a continuous improvement program, if you are the 400-person auto parts supplier outside Nagoya that has been value stream mapping since before anybody used the word agent, then you already own the expensive half of this. You may simply not have noticed that you owned it. And the tell in all of this is not what Bozeman says about artificial intelligence. Everybody says something about artificial intelligence. The tell is what his company did with its own money. They built instead of buying. They spent under $2 million on tokens inside a business that turns over billions. And when the work disappeared, they moved the people rather than dismissing them. 3 choices. Choices are evidence in a way that a press release never is. Somewhere in 2022, before any of this, somebody at that company picked up a stopwatch and timed a task that nobody had ever thought to time. Everything else followed from that. That is the YPO Tech Network AI brief for Friday, August 14th. I am Stephen Forte. If this was useful, send it to a fellow member. I will be back Monday with more. Until then, stay sharp.